normally if they're going for Thors, see, they have a lot of tanks, so you're not gonna really, you shouldn't be able to get close to their Thors without taking a lot of stuff from their tanks. So you probably use the ground units. It's probably just more Thors, I'd imagine, knowing how TVT works. Alright, is there any more? Is there more questions relating to unit control and how people fight? Oh, actually, I know a good one. I hate people who do this, right? Could you build roaches and send them down to the bottom?
How many?
Build quite a chunk. No, Ascendant. The thank you, mother of all bombs. Ascendant. From what I read, I haven't checked it out entirely, but I believe the snipe on the Ghost, that new trick, is a scroll, as in like up or down. What I use, or you can rebind it to whatever. You can do it to the button next to 1 if you want to, and above tab. The button is the click on the scroll, not the actual scroll itself. No, it's unit tester Sinit, or SNYTT.
Tester, there we go.
Just type in unit tester, and then you can, if you see a map similar to this, you can have a 1 player and a 2 player. Yeah, an SQ player, and this is my computer, so the setup's not entirely perfect, sadly enough. Alright, so yeah, you've got a lot of roaches, okay, that's kind of enough. Let me... Okay, what I notice a lot of Protoss players do, and I was talking to someone about this earlier when I was coaching. Alright, we're in the center fighting here, Banks, or we will be. I'm gonna force field. I want you to go over the force fields and attack my army in more of in a bear concave. Because normally when people force field, they'll force field like that. Yeah.
Yeah, straight across, so we can just walk around.
Yeah, and then they normally, yeah, if you walk around, say the top of the, it's a bit harder when you have this many units. But if say like I attack like that, you come around and you get a bear concave. Obviously, I have a lot more units, so it's not shown to the best effect here. But you get people who just, they have very bad force fields, and then they let the roaches like come around, and then the roaches will be like that, and then your units will be like that against the force fields. So there, I like, you have a very bad concave and you lose the battle pretty fast, and it's a lot of Protossers do that way too much. It's very disappointing. Okay, we got 1,800 viewers, but not many people asking questions. Everyone knows everything, apparently.
Not embedded, so we'll have to. Also, they are embedded, not rather than looking for the main bit. We're taking any questions, guys. Come on.
Alright, do you want to practice your micro, Banks?
We can do my marine micro.
Your marine micro.
Yeah, buddy. How many marines do you want me to make?
Ask more questions, Asop.
Yeah, so feel free to just go ahead and ask any questions you want to make.
You require my skills.
Alright, you're going for a lot of marines, that's a lot. I'm gonna throw 4 Zealots and Marine split against Balin. A lot of players fail here in my... Yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah, I die horribly to Banelings every time.
Alright, can you make some Banelings then? Let me actually, let me kill everything. Alright, if you make some Banelings...
There we go. Banelings.
Ooh, Banshee against Marine, we'll do that one as well. I like it. Alright, so against Banelings you need speed, which is your stim. So
I've got quite a few Banes here.
I got 16 Marines. How many Banes do you have? That's
a lot.
That's a lot of Banes.
18.
18. Holy crap!
Current area, yeah.
Alright. Do you have speed as well? Get
No.
speed. Go to your
Banelin.
Banelin to get speed, yeah. Because most of the time it's going to be Stim Marines with Medevac support, be Banelin
Oh,
with
here they
speed.
go.
Alright, don't come at me straight away. Let me just show people unit control. Alright, one of the more important things to notice with your Marines is you want to put them actually on patrol. Alright, this is the first thing you want to see, right? When you put them on patrol move, can you see this, Banks? If you look at my
Yep.
Marines, they're on patrol move. Just
Yep.
like, as you can see, they're completely scattered, so it increases their surface area. So when Banelins come, they have a different formation than, you know, just attack move
Bump
is
the
just
devil.
attack move is that, whereas patrol move is slightly different. They all just spread out. Alright, so see now I'm at his third attack in his natural. I don't have tanks because he took them all out with meters, and he's coming out with meat beans. So I put on patrol move just to. Do you just blow something up?
Yeah, just ram one into
Ah,
two.
okay.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, run at me, bruv. Actually,
Okay.
let me move up a bit so. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Alright.
Sure thing. By the numbers. Oh yeah. Armed and ready.
So.
By the numbers. This better be good.
Okay. Alright, that was a bit slow because I'm not used to the speed setting. Can you get some more banes?
Yep.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Don't get as.
Got another 12.
Yeah, come about halfway in the center. Get like 15 or so.
Affirmative. Sure. Orders
And then one more Marines against Beans, and then we will
waiting on you. Armed by the numbers, boys.
we'll go for Banshee v Marine.
By the numbers, boys.
So yeah, it's always good to put your Marines on something like patrol before you attack because of how scattered they are. So come at me, bro.
On you.
Okay, 2 secs. Here I come.
I feel you. Armed, been waiting on you. Give me orders.
So that's kind of the emphasis, as you've seen, like before you attack that, because I'm on patrol, I just have a much better split, and as the Beanlings that explode on my units, because there's not less units in the same spot, obviously less die. So
By the numbers.
that's kind of the emphasis you want with Beanlings. Like,
Okay, got another question here as well.
Yeah.
When is a good time to expand to a second base early game? When you have X resources or X drones / SCVs, or based off what your opponent is doing?
It's a bit of all of those things. I would say the most important one is the scouting, because you don't want to expand if you see that he's going to go for an all-in type of attack and kill you straight up, like there's loads of variations. That's not exactly an easy question to answer because there's so many different variables you have to take into account. But crap, can you build some Marines, please?
Yep. How many do you want?
A lot. 10.
23. Can we split it up a bit?
Not so. Oh crap! There's a lot of Marines. Not so much, because I'm gonna be out microing you. I believe Banshees. Yeah, Banshees is slightly faster. So Banshees move faster than Marines, so that means I can out micro them. They also have a slightly longer range. All right, you're coming at me with these. Actually, I'll send 2 because I can 2-shot Marines. So obviously you want to attack move with your Banshees. So fire. Attack
I
move.
can't even get him ranged.
Oh. It's so hard when it's slow. I'm not used to this.
Is there a way to do this editor with
You
a
can tell I'm
fast
not.
speed?
Yeah, we'll do that next time. You can tell I'm not a Terran. I don't know exactly how this works. So that's how you work against. That's how you might go with Banshees, but obviously every time you shoot, because the delay on each shot is quite slow, the Marines will catch up with you. So you can't consistently always do it. And that's why you always see when Terrans do it in in big games, they always do it around ledges and stuff like that because that allows them to out-micro you better.
Someone's asking for a brief tutorial on keyboard shortcuts. I feel like most people who played Once Upon a Time are trying to get back into Starcraft do not recall any of the keyboard shortcuts / basics like control versus attack, click like double tapping on a number, etc.
Alright, that's pretty straightforward. Is it better to okay, that's a quick question. Well, you always want High Templars with Storm, because it's always good to throw that out there, but you don't want too many, say like 8 max, and then you morph the rest into Archons, and then obviously the first Templar you keep and you let their mana up, because the first ones you have will obviously have the most mana, and then every additional ones after that you warp in and turn into Archons. Back into the hotkeys for this gentleman. So pretty standard, like the numbers and stuff like that, you will... My problem is Mass Colossus and Protoss, oh god. Alright, we'll discuss that one in a second. Okay, so with hotkeys, the main standard ones are obviously these... You're nuking me? You're just having fun here, aren't you? Alright, so yeah, all the hotkeys by you can set it in your options. If we go into options, into gameplay, and select this one by here, display command hotkey text, it'll show you actually by here, so you have an idea of what they actually are in real, instead of memorizing them immediately. And then things like your hotkeys, like these one, your control groups, those are the one you assign them yourself, so that's up to you. If you want number 1 as your Banshee, just number 1, and then you just double click it. So that's a pretty basic tutorial. Like, you want to set these up, and you want to get into a repetition of using your hotkeys first before you learn them all, because if you're not pressing the buttons, there's no point anyway. Yes, you normally want to keep your Templars in a different keybind, because if you have, say, obviously you're going to be the Protoss, so if you have your Zealots, your Stalkers, your Templars, and say, you always kind of one move with your main group, because you have Zealots, they have to be physically attacking, so your attack move with everything, the Templars will continue to, like, they won't attack move, because obviously they don't attack, but they'll move to that position, so if you attack move behind his army, the Zealots will go through his army and pretty much die. Yeah, I went through that NSK. You can't see me pointing to it, but with the mouse you can see by here. I can't actually click on number 1. I've disabled that, because if I'm playing and I go to micro and I accidentally click on that, that'll bring up my units and then it'll override what I'm doing, and that can cause you to actually miss micro and could lose you the game. So you always want that preferably unclickable. Same up here. I can't click these. I have to press the buttons.
Focus. There is no time.
Okay, alright, Mass Colossus. Thanks, by new kid. Mass Colossus are always a pain. In PvP, there's pretty much a couple ways you deal with it. You go Void Rays, because obviously Void Rays deal extra damage against massive units, which Colossus are, so they can take them out very fast. But normally, Void Rays get owned by your Stalkers, and if they don't get owned by the Stalkers immediately, they warp in more Stalkers to deal with them. So Void Rays aren't really the best units. After that, it's normally upgraded gateway units and Archons, which is +2/+2 whatever, and you get charge and your blink,
Research.
and you get lots of Stalkers, and then you get lots of Archons, and you pretty much, because this army is cheaper than Colossus, well, it's not so much cheaper, for the same money you get more units, because everything isn't they're not as big a supply as Colossus. Colossus is 6 supply, whereas Archons are only 4, so you have more units pretty much. And pretty much when you go for this type of composition against Colossus, because Colossus are just like a move because they're so powerful and imber, and I am a pro saying that, you have to out micro them,